and Obogri Abangwe Spur to Benin Shagamu Dual Carriageway in Edo State. The contract sum is 1,193,822,911 naira and 4 kobo. It was awarded on the 22nd of January 2021, and the name of the contractor is Millard Project Limited. The certified sum is 1,139,643,264.
And then finally, 76, item 76.
76 is a project in FCT, and is reinstatement of failed pavement sections handed over to FERMA along Zuba Abaji Road under the FCT, Abuja. The total contract, the contract sum is 748,164,928 naira and 6 kobo. The award date is on the 22nd of January 2021, and the name of the contractor is High Star Services Limited. The certified sum is 747 million.
Okay.
502,000.
All right. Thank you, MD.
Just for emphasis sake, my name is Dr. Midala Usman Balami. I represent the good people of Askira Uba Hawul Federal Constituency. I am from Borno State. Mr. Speaker and Mr. Chairman, I quickly want to say, to draw the attention of the FERMA to number 38. Number 38, major maintenance and repairs of Biu, Shafa, Garkida, Adamawa Road in Borno State. Are we there? This contract was said to be awarded in 2020, and the status of this contract is completed with the sum of 254,137,498.40 naira. Mr. Chairman, sir, I am from Shafa, in particular, from our local government. And I want to confirm to this house that there's no single move of construction have been done in that particular location. I want to get clarification on how this road has been repaired from 2021 to 2020 to 2023. And Mr. Chairman, I just returned from home. If there is any dead trap in that location, is that particular road.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
MD, please just take note of those questions and then you respond to them one after the other. Honorable Akilade. Your microphone, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Project number 47.
Item 47. 47 is
147. 147.
eh?
147. It's not here. This project covered my central district, and that is in Ogun State. And I'm aware of one thing that's going on there today. The road is being repaired by Dangote, and they have been on this road for the past 4 years. There's no any presence of FERMA on that particular road. I'm surprised to see that FERMA claimed that during COVID, 147. That is Abeokuta Ishaga Ilaro Road.
Well, that's item 147.
147.
Okay, he has noted that. Let's take it from here. Honorable Leku.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, respected colleagues. My question is to the Managing Director. Managing Director, I want you to, I think this money's a COVID intervention. I don't know whether during that period you are observing the social distance, because I know it's a normal and standard procedure. When giving award, first of all, you have to advertise. I don't know which medium do you use to advertise during that period, and if your staff are available to receive documents for that particular project, what was the procedure and the date of submission of all this, and how you qualify these contractors. And again, what happened to your appropriation for those years? Because this is only COVID. This, the other project that was appropriated, I know it's different. If you are able to achieve this, then what were you able to achieve with your appropriation? Then again, going down to number 24, which affect directly my constituency, Tafawa Balewa.
Item what?
24. You make mention that there is a company called Dari Investment was given a contract
24
of 200. Yes.
Item
24.
Oh, okay.
227 million for maintenance of road between Tafawa Balewa and Plateau State border. I need a pictorial evidence of that and progress report during that period. And for emphasis, right, we are very, very serious. During that period, do you have any waiver that you have gotten from the government for these companies to perform this work? Because we knew that social distance was observed everywhere and nobody was allowed to move. So I can't believe these jobs were done, but we need pictorial evidence where necessary. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I want to, MD, my name is Ademori Puye from Shomolu Federal Constituency. I can testify that FERMA constructed some roads in my constituency during that period. However, I've looked at the documents submitted by FERMA, and I want to refer FERMA to, let's start with the appropriation. The appropriation is 60 billion. According to you, you have expended 59.9 billion. There is a balance of 8.9 million. You have outstanding projects. If you go to item 27 in Bayelsa, the project is still outstanding, not yet completed. Item 29, that project has not been completed. The amount here, another out of 234 million, outstanding 190 million. We go to the next page. Item 88. There is another outstanding, Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, from 20 million to 10 million to standing 31.
Item 88.
Yes, sir. Then if we come to item
Okay, but this outstanding, is that the sum indicated? No, there's no sum indicated.
No, it's there.
Oh, the 31 point.
Yes. is outstanding.
646. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Item 133. There is another outstanding 243 million. Item 133. If you go to item 156, there is another 46 million outstanding.
I'm coming, Honorable.
Yeah,
Honorable, as what they're talking about is
outstanding payments. Outstanding payments. Yes.
what I have here is total amount certified.
Then the outstanding.
Now, yeah, that
before completion. In Oshusa, 156.
Item what?
Item 155. No, 156. 156.
The general maintenance of Ife Shekona Road.
Yes. Outstanding.
Okay, those are total amount certified but not yet paid.
Paid, yes. So
is that correct?
If we go to item 175, there is an outstanding payment of 148 million. So, Mr. Chairman, distinguished honorable colleagues, by the time you put all this outstanding together, and since they said they have certified and paid 59.9 billion. So we have an outstanding close to $1 billion, Mr. Chairman. I think, Mr. Chairman, I want to suggest, I want to move that we have a subcommittee to look into this details very well. Because it's not something we can just sort out here, Mr. Chairman. We need to look at this thing critically and come to a conclusion as to, so that we know
okay,
where those are standing and hanging.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'll come back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, my distinguished chairman, for yielding the floor, my distinguished colleagues. And I think I was told that the MD, you're already under oath. So, and we owe you a duty of care to make sure that everything we do, we're not here to harass you, but we are just here to protect our constitutional right. I understand that my colleague have asked all these questions and is asking that maybe we should have subcommittees. But in addition to that, I also would like, Mr. Chairman, with all of this, there must be proof of payments. So, and I don't see that. No. Okay, so.
Okay. Yeah, just a moment. I'll come back to you.
So, if for some reason we have the proof of payments and the back statements to back all of that, I think the next step will be for you, Mr. Chairman, to, with your kind permission, allow for us to scrutinize this by actually visiting all of these sites. We have, in your committee, there are people from all the geopolitical zones of Nigeria. And also when we talk about the retention, we should also have them provide us all the details of all the retentions that they have held for all these projects. Because if you have outstandings, where are the retention? So, Mr. Chairman, I would rather like for you to let us expedite that motion, which is calling for subcommittees to go to all of these regional zones that we have and have people actually go to each of these projects and confirm the level in which it has been done. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Honorable Akinsi.
Mr. Chairman, my leaders and colleagues. Sir, good afternoon. I'd like to ask a few questions. What is your approval limit, sir? That is one. Number two, you have two tranches of contracts here. One direct labor, one contractual. That is 193 contract, 109 direct labor. I'd like to know how much was paid to the contractors and how much has been paid for direct labor till date. COVID intervention is for a purpose, and that purpose has to do with what they brought out during emergencies. Maybe you'll have to refresh our memories, because I see bridges being constructed here, what the purpose of the COVID fund exactly was for. The last one has to do with 144 and 145. Mr. MD, for me to remind you, I'm from Ogun State. I am from Ado-Odwota, federal constituency, and curiously I see here that my hometown, we spent a sum of 655 million, almost 656 million. That is Aton Agbara Road.
Item what, please?
144.
All right.
The man in charge of West will know where Aton is, where Igbesa is, where Agbara is, where Lusada is. That is my hometown.
So what's the question,
and
Honorable?
I want to confirm to you, sir, that not a shovel was put on the ground there. Not one shovel.
Honorable, that was 2020.
I agree with you. I was also
December.
commissioner in Ogun State till 2022 when I resigned to contest.
So you are saying that this project was not executed?
That project was not done, and the man in charge of West should tell us. In 2020, the Ogun State government, in conjunction with the federal government, right, had that road, a turn of the sword on that road for us to construct that road, that same road.
Regent Construction Limited, that's
Yes.
the contractor.
So that is one. The same thing for the Meko Olorunda Road.
Item
When
what?
I was here,
Item what?
145.
Okay,
I
the
want
next
to
item.
answer to that. And lastly, sir, on the direct labor wing, items 70 to 73. For the purpose of our members that are not engineers, I'd like for you to tell us what change 17.17 plus 550 to 18 plus 550 connote. Change, that's 70 to 73 on the direct labor side. Yes. Have you seen it? I want us, for the benefit of those that are not engineers, please first tell us what change, no, it's change 17 plus 550 to change 18 plus 550 is.
You mean the location?
No, is the distance, is the distance.
The point? No, it starts from one point to
Yes,
another point.
the other,
So
yes.
what you are asking for is the commencement point.
I just want him to tell us the distance. This contract.
Oh, you want him to
broken.
tell us the
Yes,
length?
Yes, that's what the change is. He understands what I'm.
My name is Honorable Adewale Adebayo. I'm from Osun State, to be precise. Mr. Chairman, I want to disagree in totality with what was quoted here as per the slot given to Osun State. To be precise, the road from Oshogbo to Okuku. The road got to a stage that our amiable governor, he reconstructed the road from Oshogbo down to Ikirun.
Item what are you referring to?
Item 153.45 to item 157.
157.
157.
No, if that's if I'm
No,
okay, 158.
158 to be
General
precise.
maintenance of Oshogbo.
That is my concern.
Route 530. Somfen International Nigeria Limited, 118 million.
So I want FERMA to explain why they allotted 180 something million to repair and maintain that road without even a shovel on that road. Secondly, Mr. Chairman, let's go to page 12. Page 12. Number 193. General maintenance of selected roads in Nigeria by direct labor. I want the FERMA DG to explain who are the people collecting money for the direct labor as quoted here. Who are the people? We know the contractors, and you've written their name here clearly. But the so-called direct labor, who are those people collecting the fund? And who are those executing the
You
fund?
are asking for the specific project executed with this 4 billion
193 B, sir. B.
No,
Hello, sir.
Honorable, 193 is a direct labor works.
4 billion 322 million 468,623 naira point 41 kobo. So, sir,
I said your question is for the specific project
for that
executed with the sum.
They said that it cut across the Nigeria.
Yes.
And lastly, sir, Mr. Chairman, the failure of the FERMA to come up with the list of the beneficiary, the state, that they allotted this humongous amount of money to. So we couldn't find it here.
Okay.
They need to attach the state that benefited from the 4 point something billion naira. And the percentage, the kilometers of road allotted to each state. So
thank you.
That's my question, Mr. Chairman. And their locations,
MD, I hope you are taking note of all those issues. The man in red cap, is he what's his office? The one.
East operations.
You are in charge of East operations. South, does it mean Southeast?
Southeast, South. Nigeria is divided vertically. You have a director in charge of West operation and East operation.
So you cover where?
East operation.
Yeah, I say where? Where is your own East?
Okay, northeast, north central, southeast, south.
All right, I have my reasons for asking. I can see you are giggling each time they mention any project, so I'm sure.
Mr. Chairman,
Honorable, let's.
they directed me to page 14.
No, they have not directed you to anything. Anybody wants to direct you, we address the chair. Anything they say outside of that is a side talk.
All this money and the contract that was awarded, the purpose of the contracts, what have you? Like I said in the first place, we don't have any document here to justify what was submitted. No BPP certificates, no payment vouchers, no letters of award of contracts, no any agreement from anybody, nothing. It's just a figures, name of the project, name of the contractors, and the figures. That's all we have here, Chairman. There is whatever they will say here, we cannot justify it because there is nothing to justify it here. So I don't know, Mr. Chairman, if he has any means that he can be able to convince us to Mr. Chairman, I said
Deputy Chairman, and then I will ask one last question on this segment. Then we will yes, please.
And I represent Akwanga, Nasarawa, Egowamba Federal Constituency. Mr. MD, I just came back from Wamba today, and the road between Akwanga and Wamba, or Wamba to Akwanga, is terribly bad.
Yeah, it was last done in 2020.
Mr. Chairman, since I know that road is in a very bad condition. So I want to know whether these monies actually went to another Wamba Akwanga road or the one I am representing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. MD, the committee has the report of the Auditor General's audit exercise carried out on FERMA, and the Secretariat can project it if you have a copy. The Auditor General's report on COVID-19 on FERMA, and there is a particular issue of interest there, which is item, yes, that item 45. Item 45. The summary of that item 45 is that a particular road in Yobe. Is there any member from Yobe State in the house today? Nobody around? That there is a sum of 2 billion naira that you allocated and released for Gasmo Ashi Gogoram Road in Yobe State. The Auditor General says that there is no evidence that such project was ever carried out, and it's for a sum of 2 billion naira. And the risk identified by the Auditor General is that there's a diversion of COVID-19 fund. That there's a very strong suspicion that the sum of 2 billion naira was actually diverted and not spent on the Gasmo Ashi Gogoram Road in Yobe State. And I wanted to also respond to that issue. And then finally, the 46th issue 46 in that report, talks about the inclusion of project administration costs of contract, totaling about 778 million naira. 778,551,726 naira was embedded in the contract as project administrative costs and paid to contractors. And then they attach the appendix, to us. So you may need to also explain that because the Auditor General is of the view that this sum of money, the expenditure, is against extant financial regulation. So you can take the questions one after the other. Thank you.
Regarding the project in Yobe, the project was executed. We have records and evidence to show that it was done. And we also have payment certificates that were certified and paid. I'll call on the Director, East Operations, to throw more light on the project. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman and honorable members of the committee, the projects where the inclusion of 2 billion is involved is actually on ground. The former MD visited. I have also visited in less than 3 months that I came to head the operations. The project is on ground. It's more like almost new project. It's on ground and the committee is allowed to visit anytime.
What do you mean by almost new? When was it completed?
Gogoram Amshi, there is even an issue of augmentation. Is a 2-section project.
When was it completed? That's just the question. It was completed yesterday, 1 year ago?
2021, sir.
That
as far
was,
as
you are affirming, you are on oath. You are on oath, sir.
There is, my name is Honorable Olajide. When the chairman was addressing him, you spoke. Please, he's not allowed here. When they don't yield the floor to you, Sergeant Aham can walk you out of this place. We are not in Oyibo market. Please be guided.
Thank you, Honorable, for that very, very important observation. So, Director East.
East, sir, yes, sir.
East Operation. When was the project captioned as Gasmo Ashi Gogoram Road in Yobe State? When was it completed?
Gashamo Amshi Gogoram project was completed in 2021, sir.
Do you have an idea of the month when it was completed?
No, I cannot recall offhand, sir.
Okay. Do you have copies of the payment vouchers?
Yes, we do,
for the
and they have
payment
been submitted. They are among the documents we have submitted to the committee.
What time was the Auditor General's visit to FERMA? The last Auditor General's visit to FERMA where this issue was raised with your management, when was it?
I'm not aware. I came in about 3 months ago.
You came in?
I came in to head the operation about 3 months ago. They
Auditor
must have
General,
come before then.
Do you have an idea of when this audit exercise was carried out by the Auditor General?
It was done shortly after the lockdown took place. Let me check
No, this is the second volume.
Okay.
The second volume couldn't have been done immediately after lockdown. The second volume is a more recent. Is I still answering the questions?
I want to be specific about the date.
Of completion.
Yeah.
It's important.
Say, 2021, those will be specific so that we take the date for the audit inspection. So date is very key in this investigation.
Yes.
Very key. Mr. Chairman, sir, I don't have the date offhand, but the records are already submitted. But if you permit, we can also recall the records.
Yes, please. You have to provide us with the specific date of completion of that project in Yobe State. So just note that. So MD, you can continue with the. You started with the last.
Yes.
Okay, so.
I'm still proceeding from last. There was also an issue regarding lack of documents to justify a procurement process, payment vouchers, award letters. All those documents have been submitted to the committee.
Submitted when?
Today, sir.
You brought. This is the volume you brought. Almost. And you brought only one set of document of more than 1,000 pages. Yes, and you did that today. And the resolution of the House was that you submit all your documents by Friday of last week and appear today. That was the last resolution. That all documents should be submitted by Friday and submitted today. So, as far as we are concerned, is almost as good as not yet submitted. Only one set submitted and submitted today.
Apologies,
how do you work on such document? Go ahead, sir. Go ahead with other questions.
Then regarding, there was also a question on the limits, our threshold. For the agency, it's up to 500 million. Then for MTB, it's between 500 million and 1.5 billion. Then for FEC, it's 1.5 billion and above. There was also a question on how much did we pay, have we paid for direct labor. I think that has been mentioned. Is 4.3 billion, which is the last line on the document that has been submitted. The last line, that is 193. Page 12, 193. 12. And there's a recurring issue regarding outstanding payments. And what we have is not really outstanding payments. What we have there is works that have not been completed.
Outstanding jobs to be done.
No, not outstanding jobs. No, it's work that has not been completed.
So
works that has not been.
That's outstanding now. Outstanding work.
Outstanding works, but we've already paid to the value of work done. So the amount you have there is to the value of work done. That was.
No. Let's get you very clearly. The amount in that column says completed. Total amount certified.
Yes.
And total amount certified.
Yes.
So if it is total amount certified, and then you have, I'm looking for a particular one. Okay, item 133. Item 133 says the total contract sum is 946 million naira.
Yes.
133, 946 million naira. I said total amount certified.
Yes.
Is 243 million.
Yes.
So are you saying that the total work you have certified is 243, but you have paid 133, 964 million naira? Page 9.
Mr. Chairman, please, I'm sorry, sir. He mentioned about page 12 earlier, item 190.
Honorable, I want him to just to guide us on this caption called outstanding. 133.
Yes.
133. Contract sum 964 million. A little over 964 million. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then you have total amount certified 243 million.
Yes.
And there's a column where you put outstanding. So explain that.
What outstanding means is that the work has not been completed. But the 243 million is the value of certified work that has been paid.
That has been paid?
Yes.
It means you have not paid the difference between 964 and 243.
Yes, that difference actually went into direct labor works.
Huh?
The difference between what was paid and the contract sum went into direct labor works.
No. You are, don't MD, don't confuse us, please. You awarded a contract to a company for 964. The work they did is of a value of 243. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How much did you pay that company?
Is what was certified 243.
You paid them only 243.
Yes, which was the value of work that.
So the almost, I think a little over 600 million naira is where?
That went into direct labor works.
How?
Direct labor works was not originally captured in the contract.
No. The direct labor work is was that appropriated in the 2020 or 2021 COVID intervention fund? Because I know you have a line where you do direct labor procurement in the normal FERMA budget. Is that also specified in the COVID intervention fund?
The appropriation for COVID was mainly contracts.
Excellent.
But there was also an item there that it can be done by contract and direct labor works.
As per the appropriation, where is that line?
It's in the document.
Is that by the appropriation?
No, by economic sustainability plan gives an option to do this by both contract.
So the 600 and something million naira was now applied to Nasarawa Toto Abaji Road under direct labor. Was that total sum the difference? Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
I don't know where that is ever done. Yes, please.
I think, Chairman.
A whole new issue.
Yes, Chairman. I think there is a new term being used by FERMA in the terms of contract. What is the definition? What is the meaning of direct labor? Because you see the submission under direct labor and you still see the name of companies executing it. So please, MD, can you please tell this committee the difference between the normal contract and a direct labor? And what is the threshold that always exists in direct labor? Because the conventional definition of direct labor is where some token amount of money can be given to the civil servant to execute as advance or otherwise a little project within shortest time, that the process for procurement may not necessarily require the regular due process. But in your own case, there are contractors, and the volume of money is so large, and you have your own classification of different projects that are normally executed by contract, and you still have direct labor that are executed by contract. I think we need to understand the new term FERMA are bringing into the contract law in this country, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, in furtherance of the submission of my colleagues, let's go to page 14. Page 14, where they quoted direct labor, to be precise. Look at the column created, contract sum, and the third one, name of contractor, for clarity's sake. And lastly, Mr. Chairman, I want to ask, this is a controlled contract. The failure, why the FERMA, they don't provide a column in their submission here for retention fee? Why they refuse to create a column for a retention fee? They need to create a column for the retention fees.
Okay, Honorable, we actually gave them a template. I guess they are following that template. One. Number two, the retention also has a percentage of the total contract sum, so it's like a given sum. But now, the last issue is a very major issue, that you awarded a contract and then the contractor failed to perform or performed up to a particular percentage. By which rules of the public procurement law, what you did is justified. I don't know, but honorable colleagues, I think I will fall back again to this motion that was earlier moved, that we may need to have a subcommittee. Now, there are two issues that we are going to be addressing. The first one is to even look deeply into the document submitted, and then since FERMA has refused to give us enough copies, if we have a small committee, they may be able to deal with the smaller number of copies that they have given us, to look into the document and ask relevant questions. The second one has to do with the actual inspection of the project in all the zones. And you remember earlier today, Honorable colleague, that we had committees set up at the zonal level, and these committees at the zonal level will also be taking a look at those specific contracts. For example, a member has said there was nothing done on the road, on a particular road, and I know that there are a few people who have such issues. So, but for the first one, the committee that will sit down with FERMA to look at each of these items as part of the document, and the document submitted or those want to be submitted will be chaired by the. Oh, I should first pose the question. Those in favor of the subcommittee that we should set up a subcommittee on this issue, say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So we have a subcommittee that will be headed by the deputy chairman of this committee, Representative Jeremiah Umaru, and members of the committee are as follows: Representative Umar Yusuf Yabo, Honorable Ademon Ikuye, Honorable Danladi Agwe, and Honorable Engineer Olatunji Akiosi, to engage with FERMA and get all necessary documents certified before the next hearing of this committee. Thank you. Now, I don't know whether there's any other item on the questions that you have not replied to that you want to speak to before we ask you to take a leave, a temporary leave, and engage with the subcommittee duly constituted.
There was a question relating to permission for FERMA staff to move during the COVID period. We obtained permits from the SGF's office that enabled us.
That one, we even thank God that there was no, at least they moved and there were no casualties. The important thing is for us to certify that the rules were fixed and that those sums of money were actually spent as appropriated by the National Assembly. Honorable colleague, is there any other thing we can ask them to them meet? The deputy chairman will head that subcommittee and she'll report back before, today is Monday. Okay, report back before Monday next week. Thank you. Okay, Andy.
Namdi Asikwe University Teaching Hospital.